Wassailing is the tradition of blessing an orchard and warding off bad spirits to promote a good harvest for the year. It has a history far older and more intertwined with English tradition than you might think. While its modern form may have flourished during the Victorian era, its roots likely extend much further back, potentially connecting to ancient pagan beliefs. The word Waes Hael is from the Anglo-Saxon good health, to which the official reply is drink hael. It first appears in the heroic tale of Beowulf and in the writings of an anonymous Anglo-Norman poet who witnessed the Saxon toasting cry before the Battle of Hastings in 1066.
Rejoice and wassail, pass the bottle and drink healthy, drink backwards and drink to me, drink half and drink empty.
Geoffrey of Monmouth's History of Kings of Britain includes a literary reference to Wassail when Rowena, the daughter of Hengist, a Saxon mercenary, presents the future king Vortigern with a bowl of mulled wine and cheer Waes Hael. Vortigern, captivated by the beautiful Saxon maiden, falls in love and marries her. While Twelfth Night is often associated with wassailing, the timing can vary regionally. Some communities celebrate earlier, while others may extend the wassailing season. Twelfth Night, also known as Epiphany Eve, depending upon the tradition, is a Christian festival on the last night of the 12 days of Christmas, marking the coming of Epiphany. A superstition in some English-speaking countries suggests it is unlucky to leave Christmas decorations hanging after Twelfth Night. According to legend, the Saxon king Alfred the Great made it a legal requirement to have the 12 days of Christmas off, although this potentially led to the Viking attack that nearly caused him to lose the country, forcing him into hiding where he famously burned some cakes. Wassailing started off life as being closer to what we now call carolling. Revellers would go from door to door singing and offering a bowl of cider in exchange for gifts and money. Traditionally, this drink and its more modern variant lamb's wool is served on New Year's Eve and Twelfth Night. Lamb's wool is heated cider spiced with sugar, nutmeg and ginger. Roast apples float on the surface, and when the apple pulp bursts into the vat, it gives the drink a frothy or woolly look. So the apple is often associated with healing. As we know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but it also features in the 9 herbs charm, also known as Nigon Werta Galdor, which is an Old English healing spell that uses 9 herbs and the pagan god Woden to defeat a serpent. The charm is part of the Anglo-Saxon medical compilation Lacmunga, which is preserved in the British libraries. The charm involves the preparation of 9 plants, although the exact ingredients vary depending on the translation. But it generally includes mugwort, known for its calming, sedative properties, plantain, known for wound healing and being anti-inflammatory, nettle, which is rich in vitamins and minerals, crab apples are believed to have medicinal properties, fennel is used for digestive issues and respiratory problems, chamomile is known for calming, anti-inflammatory effects, betony, believed to protect and have healing properties, watercress, rich in vitamins and minerals, often used for cleansing properties, and yarrow, which is used as an astringent and has anti-inflammatory properties.
9 healing herbs I name, 9 shapes I know, 9 powers have I, 9 spells I say. Against 9 needs I have 9 incantations, 9 knots I tie, 9 spells I speak. Against yellow jaundice, against black jaundice, against the pale fever, against the red fever, against the green sickness, against the wane sickness, against the hot sickness, against the cold sickness. Every sickness that ever man afflicts, may the Lord and his mother and all his holy company protect me from poison and from every evil spell. May the Lord and his mother and all his holy company protect me from poison and from every evil spell. May the Lord and his mother and all his holy company protect me from poison and from every evil spell.
So the apple is a fruit synonymous with British culture and boasts a rich, fascinating history on these isles. Its journey belongs long before recorded history, with evidence suggesting that the Celts were enjoying a crude form of cider made from crab apples as far back as 3000 BCE. Fast forward to the Roman Empire and we find the first written record of cider. The story goes that the Romans, upon arriving in Britain in 55 BC, encountered the locals drinking a cider-like beverage, and appreciating its unique flavour, they brought the tradition back to the empire. The journey of the apple in Britain is also a testament to human ingenuity. While Pliny the Elder recorded only 22 apple varieties worldwide in his time, today there are an estimated 2,000 varieties. This explosion in diversity is a result of centuries of cultivation and hybridization. Interestingly, the crab apple holds a special place in British history. It is the only apple native to the British Isles, and its wild roots contribute to the unique character of British apples. The apple's impact on British culture extends beyond its culinary uses. It has inspired folklore, literature, and even scientific discovery. Think Isaac Newton and the falling apple. From traditional orchards to modern cider production, the apple remains an integral part of the British landscape and identity. So here's a recipe for hot mulled cider, or what I like to call my hot Saxon cider. You need 4 cups of dry cider or apple juice, 2 sprigs of rosemary, 2 sprigs of thyme, 12 juniper berries, and 2 tablespoons of honey. Stick all the ingredients into a pan, bring it to a simmer and heat for around 15 minutes, allowing the herbs to infuse into the cider. Strain the liquid through a muslin or a cheesecloth and serve it immediately. As an optional extra, I recommend adding a shot of brandy before serving, but you don't have to do this. So apples feature in Norse mythology as well in the story of the kidnap of Idun. Odin, Loki and Honir journeyed through desolate mountains, their hunger growing with each passing day. Finally, they stumbled upon a herd of oxen. "At last!" exclaimed Odin. "I feared we would starve." They slaughtered an ox and built a fire, but despite their efforts, the meat remained stubbornly raw. Frustration mounted as they watched the fire dwindle, when suddenly a voice boomed from above. "It is I who prevents your meal from cooking," declared a colossal eagle perched on a nearby peak. "Give me my share and I shall lift the spell." "Who are you," roared Honir, "to interfere with us? Very well, since you leave us no choice, take what you must." The eagle swooped down, claiming the finest cuts of meat. Enraged, Loki snatched at a branch and lunged at the bird. With a terrifying shriek, the eagle caught the branch in its talons and soared off into the sky, carrying Loki aloft. It was none other than Thiazi, the giant in disguise. Now terrified, Loki pleaded for his release. "Very well," Thiazi conceded, "but only if you bring me Idun and her magical fruits." "Anything," cried Loki, desperate to escape the dizzying heights. The next day, the gods returned to Asgard, and Loki paid Idun a visit. "Idun, I have news," Loki announced to the unsuspecting goddess. "Beyond the walls of Asgard, I discovered trees bearing the most wondrous fruits. You must see them. Perhaps they surpass even your own." Now Idun, eager to compare these new fruits to her own, readily agreed, and Loki led her deep into the woods, where Thiazi, disguised as a falcon, swooped down and carried her off to his icy domain, Frynheim. Panic erupted in Asgard. The gods aged rapidly, their strength waning, their hair turned grey, their skin wrinkled, and suspicion fell upon Loki, the last person to be seen with Idun. Under intense pressure, he confessed. "Loki," thundered Odin, "return Idun safely or face my wrath." Borrowing Freya's falcon cloak, Loki transformed and flew to Thrymheim. Thiazi was away fishing, so Loki found Idun, transformed her into a nut, and swiftly returned to Asgard. But Thiazi, sensing his prize was gone, pursued Loki in his eagle form. And as Loki neared Asgard, he spotted Thiazi gaining rapidly. The gods anticipated the chase and had prepared a massive pyre, and as Loki flew over the flames, the gods ignited it, and Thiazi, unable to avoid the inferno, plunged into the fiery embrace, meeting his demise. Idun was returned to Asgard, and the gods, relieved and rejuvenated, celebrated her safe return. So we had our own Waes Hael last night, little private affair, but generally speaking, what you'll find at one of these events is that there's usually a green man present, there are Morris dancers that might perform, people sing, they dance, they drum, sometimes on pots and pans, they leave a drop of cider for the trees, and they hang pieces of toast soaked in cider on the tree branches. In some regions, guns are fired through the branches of the tree itself, and the toast is said to attract robins, who are believed to be the guardians of the apple trees. And who would want to fuck with a robin? Aggressive little bastards. Old apple tree, we Waes Hael thee, and hoping thou wilt bear hatfuls, capfuls, and 3 bushel bagfuls, and a little heap under the stairs. Waes Hael, Waes Hael, Waes Hael.